Well, of course, Mexico and Panama are still to come, but first, before we take a brief intermission, we get a chance to wrap up our first game of the day. League A, Group A, El Salvador and Honduras. Honduras knowing that if they just get a result, they're mathematically alive going in to the Panama-Mexico game in just a moment. But they're really going for the win. That was really their best chance of having a path through to the semis. And they had so many close calls in that first half in particular. But give credit, Xavier Graham did so well in goal. This was the save of the game. Graham parrying that volley from close range onto the crossbar and out of play to keep it at 0-0. That was such a big, big moment. Then the second half, more chances for El Salvador here, but again, just not clinical enough. This ball did go in, but of course there was a foul on the play. Funes fouling the goalkeeper before he could get to the ball. Then the moment, Elias Panegas onside and in the net to give Honduras that valuable, valuable lead. 10 minutes into the start of the second half. We said the goal was worth its weight in gold. We'll see if that ends up being the case. But we know it's now the best case scenario for Honduras as they were able to just hold on thanks to Palomo down the stretch. This was just after the goal went in. Nelson Palomo, almost with a cape at his back, makes a couple of big saves down the stretch here, and then Honduras really just showed good game management, kept the pressure on, and kept good possession of the ball for a large majority of the stretch run in this game, the final 15 to 20 minutes. And like we said, El Salvador didn't really create a ton down the stretch, and anything they did create, Palomo was able to gobble it up, and there were no seconds, to say the least, down the stretch. And El Salvador kind of ran out of ideas, and again, you have to give Honduras credit for that. Their defensive acumen, their game management, their possession was all key at the end of the game. Honduras never got that second goal. That's the only thing. That's why it made the end so edgy for both teams, really. Got a little feisty at the end. There was a couple of heavy challenges at the end. But in the end, Honduras win the game by 1-0. That's all that matters. And they are still very much alive for potential progression onto the semifinals. Well, before we leave you for our League A coverage for the day, we have full-time highlights from a heart-stopper here. What a game between Mexico and Panama. We mentioned it earlier, these two teams always seem to play each other on the big stage. Doesn't matter what the age or the level is. But Panama, what a brilliant start to this game. Maduro scoring inside of 4 minutes to give the Canalmen the lead, then almost scored a bicycle kick not long after that as well. And then the chances just kept on coming. Alexander Tal with a terrific finish for 2-0. Maduro a few minutes after that, 3-0 in a flash. Panama were in dreamland, and then Martinez Jr. before half it ended made it 3-1. That was the Mexico response at the end of the first half. So it was 3-1 at the half, although Xavier Rey nearly made it 3-2. How big of a miss did that turn out to be in the end? And then 3-1 going into the second half. Panama had a couple of chances to score that fourth goal that surely would have put the game to bed, but they did not do it. And Mexico had some momentum from the end of the first half to take into the second half with them. That led to good pressure moments from them, led to good opportunities from them as well in the attacking third. And then Panama, yes, they did have chances to seal it. There was one that was sent over the bar and out of play, essentially a 1v1 opportunity in behind, but Ortega could not test the goalkeeper from close range. Then this attempt, Maduro looking for a hat trick, saved by Bernal. Another chance for Panama to put the game on ice. Then another chance flicked on there, it goes wide, and again, Mexico had a couple of chances as well as the half kind of moved into the middle parts with about 15-20 minutes left to go. This is a lovely take here by Ruffin. And then the stop by Abu Ibarra put Mexico back on the front foot, I should say. But it was cleared away eventually. Then the big chance here. A rocket, Jose Pierre, rattling the frame from the outskirts of the penalty area. Another one that could have put Panama over the top. Mexico hung around in this game. Martinez missing from the free kick there. That was also a pretty big moment in the game. Then the sub, Davion Kimbrough, rounding the goalkeeper and making it 3-2 in second half stoppage time. That goal meant that if Mexico scored one more, Panama would be out and Honduras would be through, but El Tri ran out of time in stoppage time. Panama prevails here at the Under-15 Concacaf Boys Championship. 3-2 is the final.